Okay, hi everyone, this is Antonio from RandomStuff, and back again with another video on Cloudy G3 2.5. This is on my LG G3 D855 international version. I keep coming back to Cloudy's ROM, and I have tried quite a few now, different ROMs, stock, I think Flex was the last one that I tried with the stock sort of feel. I've tried I think one or two other ones that I found on YouTube by other users that not necessarily were in XDA. Some because they were banned by XDA for people stealing people's ROMs, but I just tried them just to see how they were, but they were nothing special and nothing better than what I'd already found. The Cloudy G3 ROM is for me the most stable, and the developer only comes up with a new release when there is something really interesting to put out there. He's not going to keep coming out with releases unless it's something really sort of good. Like for example, the latest big change was when he had the camera from the LG G4, and some of the menus now are looking like the G4. But yesterday I tried for a whole day a pretty cool ROM, which I've mentioned in the title, called Cyanide L, which is pretty good. It's very, very snappy. I used it for a whole day, and this used basically 100% of the battery, maybe because my phone was getting used to it. But the point is, I've had other ROMs that have got used to my phone with the 300 apps that I have or more, and they've all been able to handle it a little bit better. So for me, Cyanide L, although it looked pretty nice and it had lots of features, it wasn't for me. And I tried to make a video of it, and SCR, which is a fantastic screen recorder which I purchased, doesn't work in 5.1.1. so I tried iLOS and recorded two videos and lost them both. For some reason it just did not save them on the device. As you can see here, the software version is 5.0. It's a little bit disappointing. You'd want to feel that you were on the very latest, and as I say, the developer has found no reason why move from 5.0, which seems to be very stable, and everything in this ROM actually works. There is nothing that I found that doesn't work. Maybe there's something that I don't use, I don't know. In the settings I've used NFC, data transfer, flashlight, everything seems to work really well. The quick, what's it called? Oops, cancel. The quick memo, everything works. The camera, there was a lot of things that in ROMs, such as the Cyanogen mod 12.1. These ROMs are the latest that Android can offer, but there's a lot of things that they don't have that they bring to the table for me, which are important. And these are mainly things like a record button for the phone calls. It doesn't have an FM stereo radio, even though I don't really use it. The IR blaster is in this particular fantastic ROM. I've got the quick remote, which I have to configure yet because I've just come back to Cloudy. They don't have one natively, so you have to go and find the zip files and flash them, which we can. On top of this, the thing that I really hate is the camera. The camera that they have, which is basically like the Google camera, is very similar. Actually, it's got less. To me, it looked like it had less options than the Google camera that you can download from the Play Store. But the point is okay, it takes good pictures, but you don't have that that effect of if I launch my camera now, I don't want it to break it. So if I do SD card, yes, if I tap on something, it'll take the picture like that. It's little things like that which I love. Or if you take that off, then it won't take the pictures by touching the button. It will just zoom, and the laser zooming works perfectly natively the way it should. And I can't live without that, because I like my camera to come up straight away and take pictures really good. and the laser to do its job. That's one of the reasons why I moved from the G2 to the G3, because of the laser focus, giving me the, you know, supposedly one of the fastest focusing cameras out there. You know, I'm no expert when it comes to, you know, building ROMs or anything like that, but you know, I'd be very surprised if somebody would say that Cloudy's ROM is not the best one out there, because it just ticks every single box. On top of that, let's just mention very quickly, on Cyanide L, I was able to get a lot of the features that I normally have to rely on, things like exposed installer, and I have modules, you know, my favorite modules here. I'm tinkering a bit with Cloudyfa at the moment to see if some of these experimental features are good to use or not. And you know, a lot of the effects that I achieve with exposed framework and app settings, like for example, when I click on tools, see all the icons are small. You know, normally I would go into the app settings, I would look for the Nova launcher, and I would change the DPI to 380 to create this kind of smaller icon effect, which I prefer. But there's other ways of doing it, and you know, in 12.1 CyanogenMod, especially with Cyanide, I was able to do all these things without having to download anything specific. And besides, the exposed framework, the one that I had, did not work there, but I believe you can get one, as I have used it before on 5.1.1. But you know, there's no real need for my personal use to have used exposed in 5.1.1, as 12.1 CyanogenMod has all the tweaks and settings. I was able to play around with the governor and with an application that I downloaded. Can't remember what it was called now, something start I think it was, but anyway, the point was that I could change it to a more conservative governor, and you know, supposedly it was going to give me more battery, but I wasn't going to hang around another day on that ROM, because you know, it was just overheating and the battery was just draining like crazy. The applications, you know, didn't give me all the applications ran pretty well in Cyanide L, and you know, there was something about the ROM which was quite sort of pleasing to the well, cut this bit out. As far as you know, settings, you know, you've seen this before on any of my other videos, but this is the first video that I actually make on Cloudy G3 2.5 version. I've mentioned it before. The quadrant results are, you know, very good, especially before I start putting, you know, all my applications. The Antutu are also relatively good as well. I've done videos on benchmarks before. I'm not going to do them again. I don't need to, because I'm really happy with Cloudy, and I'd be very surprised. The only video that you'll probably see me making is if CyanogenMod 12.1 or 12.2 comes out and they have a perfect camera, something like, you know, the Lenovo camera that I think was exported, which you could download. I never got around to doing that, and they have everything that stock has. I know maybe I'm asking too much, something maybe that will never happen, but you know, they've got a lot of things going for them as well, and you know, the experience of pure Android is quite nice, and I do appreciate it, and I love all the, you know, the toast notifications that come on the screen the way you want. And there's a lot of little tweaks that are pretty good, and I'm sure I could probably get a lot of these things on my device if I looked in the actual modules that are available. But I think you know, Cloudy G3 2.5 has hit the nail on the head with this this ROM. Is just really difficult to beat. And when you look at the image of his ROM, you know, he's got you know, 3 words on there which are stable, fast, and fresh, and you know, it really is. So on this G3, it's absolutely fantastic. Just one last thing, we look at the applications. As I say, if I run the benchmarks when all the applications are actually installed, I find that the results that I get from Quadrant are quite bad. very, very bad. A third of what they should be. But as you can see, I've got 470 applications and some missing apps. Anyone who's thinking about getting titanium backup, I would strongly suggest you buy it, because it is probably the best application I've ever bought. I've purchased Nova Launcher. I'm not happy with Nova Launcher for the fact that I can't get that Facebook to show me the notifications like the Gmail that you see with number 8 on it down there. And also there's another one here with SCR Pro telling me that there's one video that's been recorded already. That's it. I hope this has helped anyone who is thinking about using G3. I don't think you will be disappointed. It's for me, I've been trying these ROMs, thinking that, you know, I might find one that I could actually live with, because, you know, if they could get everything right, I would probably move to the original sort of feel, because I do like the way they have the tiles, that you can have the whole sort of screen full of you know, your preferred tiles. Here instead you have to scroll like this, you know, and get to, and then accidentally you might press one when you're scrolling, you know. So there's, and also there's just a few extra little things. I won't go into it because I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to make this video for people who are thinking about using 2.5 Cloudyfa G3. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. And put your comments below if you have anything to say, negative or positive, that maybe I haven't mentioned. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Cheers. Take care. Bye.